We've lost a lot in the move away from physical retail, but one of the more novel losses is the midnight release. This is when a product was so popular, stores would open at midnight on the day they came out just to sell them. Now, to be fair, these are not totally lost. The odd product still receives one, video game consoles as an example, every 6 or 7 years, but they used to be a lot more common, and today on the Videocast, we're going to be looking at why they happened, how they worked, and what replaced them, as well as some of the weirder or more uncommon products to get a midnight release. Not exactly things we think about when we think about Midnight Madness, CDs, books, toys, even lots of good stuff coming up. As always, I'm your host Brian, and this video is made possible thanks to our patrons over at patreon.com/picsandportraits. We got a ton of exclusive videos over there. You can also read my book, The Nostalgia Economy, which is all about collecting, nostalgia, obviously, the cost of memories. $5 gets you access to all that and helps keep us going. We also have physical copies, t-shirts, like this video, comment, share, tell a friend, bunch of different ways you can help us out, so please consider supporting us any way that you can. Now, we're going to be starting today with the why midnight? Well, this is the earliest retailers could get the product into customers' hands. Manufacturers set release or street dates retailers must follow. They ship the products early so stores have them on hand, but they aren't allowed selling them until this date. These street dates are very serious. I've seen people get fired and companies get fined for breaking them. So midnight, day of release. Not every product warranted a midnight release. Generally, the type of products that would get these were extremely hyped, very popular and in demand. Their release would disrupt regular business because of the amount of people that would want one, so stores open at midnight or stay open to get them out of the way. That's the business side. As a customer, again, you got the product as soon as possible, but you also got to share it with people like you. A shared interest and excitement, lining up, counting down the hours, the minutes, building that hype. These type of events were often dubbed Midnight Madness because of the frenzy they created. It was an experience. I'm a night owl, which shouldn't surprise anyone familiar with our other channel. I'm always up late, and I love midnight releases because other people are too. I have been on both sides of the counter for them, as a customer and a retail employee, and there are a few different ways that they work. Stores close after regular hours, generally, get ready while people line up. The most organized way to do it is to have people pay before, prepay, and get some kind of proof of payment, like a ticket, wristband, receipt, so when midnight hits, they simply exchange it for the product. Things move quickly. Doesn't always happen this way, especially if people are door crashing. If they don't have a pre-order and are hoping to get one, supplies are often limited. They have to pay, go through the transaction, or miss out. There is no guarantee that you'll get one. The worst is when people try to shop. Some stores actually won't allow this because of the amount of time it takes. It's late, people are tired, eager, and they have to wait longer because someone else is indecisive. Still, I love midnight releases. I'm so grateful people saw value and had the foresight to document them. A lot of the footage you've been seeing, and will see, come from customers or employees' home recordings. Also news. A lot of these products were newsworthy. So yeah, that's more or less the how and why. So let's jump into some specific midnight releases. All of these are going to be in line with our interests here. A lot of physical media. Not only have we moved away from physical retail, but also physical media. In the first example came as a shock even to me. Maybe I'm showing my age here, but I do not remember midnight releases for CDs. It does make sense. Music used to be a lot more expensive and nowhere near as accessible as it is today. I found a few different clips for the release of Guns N' Roses albums, Use Your Illusion from September 1991. There were 2 different albums released on the same day. Highly anticipated release. The first clip here was shot by someone waiting in line at a smaller record store. We see CDs being sold, cassettes, the prices written out here. I love that detail. Adjusted for inflation, the cassettes would cost about $21 USD. The CDs, $30, double that if you wanted to buy both, volume 1 and 2. This other clip seems to be news B-roll from a Tower Records release. Very popular music retail chain. Huge lineup, lots of excitement here. We even see some vinyl. Apparently it's the collector's edition. Interviews. People have been waiting years for this. Midnight releases for music seem to be popular with Tower Records. I found this news clip from 1995 for the release of the Beatles Anthology. This was a compilation album that boasted the Beatles' first new song in 25 years, a John Lennon song that the surviving Beatles added their voices to. One of the newscasters references the Windows 95 release, which was released to the public 30 years ago, actually, the week that this video is being posted. Even though few things change the way we interact with technology more, operating systems might not be the first thing people think about when they think of midnight releases, but Windows 95 was huge. Lots of hype. They had a Rolling Stones song, Start Me Up, promoting the start button, press conferences, fodder for memes, the infamous video guide with Friends stars Jennifer Aniston and Matthew Perry. This was designed to make computers more accessible. My family's first computer ran Windows 95, $400 million marketing campaign. It was an event, the dawn of a new era, and tons of retailers opened at midnight to sell it. Some great footage available for this from a Comp USA. Definitely a different crowd than what we saw for Guns N' Roses. I love this guy dressed as the Office Suite, a guy on a megaphone, people being congratulated on their purchase, which will never not be weird to me. This was massive. Next up, we have some footage we've seen before from May 1999, the launch of the Star Wars Episode 1 toy line. Riding the hype created by the 1997 re-releases, there was a ton of excitement for Episode 1, new Star Wars, and these toys were a lot of people's first taste. Toys R Us stores opened at midnight. That's the footage you're seeing. Zellers here in Canada as well. People were hype. They were rabid. Lots of crowds pushing, people grabbing whatever they could. Full carts, empty shelves. There is some speculation about the value of these toys increasing, buying them as an investment. About the same time has passed between now and the release of Episode 1 and the original Star Wars craze. A collectible market had obviously formed around the original toys, and the belief was that they would here too. Apparently, it would cost you $1,000 to get everything that came out, double that for inflation. I probably don't have to tell you that this movie was not well received, but it has been reevaluated recently, by some fans at least. Maybe it wasn't so bad, but these toys have really not increased in value. During the 2000s, few things, let alone books, were more popular than the Harry Potter series. I read a couple of them. I was the demographic. Really wasn't my thing, but these got a lot of kids into reading. If any book warranted a midnight release, in the 2000s at least, Harry Potter was it. It's a shame the author's views have tainted the legacy of her books, because these were very important to a lot of people and a big part of their childhood. As we've seen in these clips, excitement, people dressing up for the release. If I remember correctly, a lot of these came out during the summer, when kids, the target audience, were out of school. The earliest footage I could find for a midnight release was the fourth book, Goblet of Fire, 2000, from Barnes & Noble. Also some from 2003, Order of the Phoenix. Lots for the finale, which I actually attended at a Chapters, RIP, with my friend. She was really into it. She was terrified of spoilers, which is something unique compared to some of the other things that we've looked at. So many people were looking forward to these, that finding out how they ended, who died before they got to it, would have been devastating. People used to line up days before the release of something to ensure that they got theirs. Now, they enter online lotteries, log in at the exact moment pre-orders open, and hope for the best. If they aren't lucky and don't win, it's the secondary market. They have to pay a scalper. There's an entire industry around reselling. We've talked about that before. Scalpers have always existed, but it's never been easier with different scripts and bots to snatch up the supply and inflate the price for a profit. Less dramatically, e-commerce has made buying easy. Order it, pre-order, it'll arrive, hopefully, to your door the day of release. In terms of media, digital is the norm now. Things get uploaded to streaming services or digital download. You can preload and have it be available when it's released. Some products do still get midnight releases. Recently there was the Switch 2, some games even. The last one I attended was Tears of the Kingdom back in 2023, so they are still a thing, but nowhere near as popular as they used to be. Anyway, let me know what you think. Did you ever attend a midnight release? What product was it for? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and again, if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon. We have a new video up there now looking at liminality in home movies. Check that out. Read The Nostalgia Economy. As always, thank you so much for your interest in this channel, and thanks for watching. See you in the future.